Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to continue watching Supernatural. We are in season 4 and at episode 19. I'm so excited to watch the next one. If you're new here, hello, welcome in. My name is Cora. It is so lovely to have you here. I'm also a Twitch streamer and I create gaming content here on YouTube. If you want to check the gaming content out, you can click the link up here. And if you want to come and hang out live or check out any of my other social media, the link to that is down below in the description box. And if you're not new, welcome back. The last episode was, to say the least, an interesting one. It starts off with Sam and Dean going into this bookstore where they're investigating stuff and they're asking, you know, the general questions. Have you noticed anything odd recently? I don't know, maybe something in the walls. And the dude is like, why are you asking about this? They're like, oh, you know, we're from FBI. We're wondering if maybe you have a rodent problem and stuff like that. And the dude's confused as to like, why would the FBI be knocking on my door asking for rodent problems? Like, this does not make sense. And then it's like his face expression just changes and he's like, oh, I know what you're doing, you're LARPing. And Dean and Sam are just like, we're what now? What does that mean? What are you talking about? And he's like you don't know. He's like goofing around with them, which is super fun. And they're just so confused. So he thinks that they are LARPing, and he thinks that they're LARPing from a very specific book. He's like, oh yeah, there's like this really cult specific community attached to this book. And he brings it up to them and he's like, do you know the book, right? Like, that's where you're from. It's gotta be like, look at your clothes, look at the fake IDs, look at the fake all of this. Like, you're obviously cosplaying like these two guys. And at that point you're just like, what? That this sounds like them. Turns out there's this book called Supernatural. Yeah, Supernatural. What an amazing name for a book, huh? A book series, actually. I don't know how many books there were, but quite many. And he's like, I can't remember what the brothers' names were, but they travel around, they hunt monsters, save people, they use fake IDs, they've got all of these cool stuff. He's like, Dirk and something, and they're like, maybe Sam and Dean? And he's like, yeah, Sam and Dean. And they're just like, this is getting freakier by the moment. So, turns out there's this book series that didn't really gain any popularity that is called Supernatural. It is written about two boys that goes around monster hunting and saving people using fake IDs and pretending to be FBI and whatnot. You can see on the boys' face that like they're like, this has to be some sort of joke, like they can't believe it. So they manage to like ask for the publisher and they go to meet her. They have these conversations. She's like quizzing them because they want to write an article, and she's like, you're just here to make fun of my boys, make fun of this book. I don't want that for my boys. She's really protective of her boys, which I feel called out. I feel like we were all called out, okay? And so she starts quizzing them to make sure they're actual fans. And so she asks like, when's Sam's birthday? What was his score? What is Dean's favorite song? And obviously they can answer basically all the questions. And she's like, maybe you are real fans. And then the like the funniest part is when they really convince her that they're actual fans. They both pull at their t-shirts. And obviously they have the little like tattoo. She's just like, yes, you're fans. Apparently she had one of those tattoos as well. Not on the same place though. So they have this session and she finally gives up the name of the author because the author has written under like a pen name, ghost name, not the real name basically. But they managed to convince her because they're like, we really want to get to the source of this. We want to interview the real person behind these books. And thankfully managed to get a hold of him. So they go to his door and you see this dude that's looking kind of rough writing like a story. And you see him being like sad, like they walked up to the door looking like this and blah blah blah. And then he hears a knock on the door. And he's like, who the flip is this? He goes to open the door and they're like, are you this guy? And he's like, yeah, why? And they have this back and forth conversation where he cannot comprehend that they say that they're Sam and Dean, which makes sense. He's been writing books about these. He's like, you've got to be like huge fans or something, because he knows that he made these characters up. Like, there's no way they exist for real. And it is a natural way of reacting, because imagine writing a book and suddenly your character just comes knocking on the door. Like, who wouldn't be surprised? So it takes a lot of convincing back and forth with showing him proof that they're actually Sam and Dean. Turns out that this dude just wrote himself into the story. And here they are, the characters. So everything just keeps getting weirder. They're wondering, how is he able to write stories about them that are so detailed? They're throwing, he thinks he's a god. He's like, I'm a god, I'm a cool, cruel god. Like, I cannot believe what I put you guys through, all of that stuff. And then they're like, we were thinking maybe more like psychic, not maybe a god, so like you can calm down. And he's like in distress, like you can see on his face, he's just like, I cannot believe I put you through what I put you through. And they're all like confused. No one really knows what's going on here at this point. But Sam and Dean, they're kind of like reading a bit of the manuscripts. They're in like a laundry place. And Dean is reading the script, and Sam's like, let's not do that. Just like getting annoyed at him. And then Dean like reads him getting annoyed at him and what Sam is thinking. And it's really funny. It is kind of funny. It's ridiculous. And they actually read through the books, and it turns out that like they got this like really cult fan base that does all of like the shipping with different characters. Like if you're a Dean girl, if you're a Sam girly, all of that stuff, and the ship between the two brothers. Which, anyway, they get into all of this stuff, and it keeps getting weirder with like how much details this dude have about their lives. They manage to get like an understanding of what, like how it's happening. He's like, it starts with like a really bad headache, and then I fall asleep and I kind of dream about it, and it's so real, it's so horrible. So he like basically drinks all the time. He's got a really sad life, and I mean, dreaming about that, making it feel that real must be really difficult. I mean, the boys lived it obviously, but even just seeing it like that must be hard. And he seems very lonely as well, which is just horrible. But he gets, like, whilst they're like trying to figure out what's going on, he gets like a new part, like a new chapter, and they're talking to him, and they're like, you've got a new chapter, right? And he doesn't want to really admit it, because he's like, yeah, but like you're not gonna like it. Turns out that what he has seen is Sam canoodling, or whatever you say, with Lilith. And that is ridiculous on so many levels. Sam's just laughing. Dean's jaw like hits the floor. And it's so strange because up until this point, we only saw Lilith as a little girl, like both in like taking over little girls' bodies, but also like the way she behaves is not like an adult in a sense. So like that was just like weird on so many levels. Plus, Sam hates Lilith. He wants to hunt her down and get rid of her. Like that has been a thing for so long that like imagining him doing that is just, huh? And Sam and Dean has slightly different things, like views on this. Dean wants them to run out of town and just not engage in it, while Sam's like, but we know what's gonna happen now, so we can prepare and actually get to her. And Dean's like, no, we're not ready for that. Like, they have this normal back and forth. So they try to leave, can't. Road doesn't work. They're not able to leave. So they're like, okay, we'll stay, but we will just make sure that we do everything differently. So like Dean orders a normal burger and he can't order a burger. They're supposed to argue. Then means they can't argue. Dean is supposed to drive around in his car and therefore all day, and he's like not meant to do that. And they're really trying. So Dean, like, it's a funny moment. Dean orders like a tofu burger or something, which is so un-Dean. And then he gets it and he's like, wow, this is so good. And I was like, what? He actually liked that. That's so funny. And then the waitress comes back. It's like, oh, I'm so sorry. I gave you the actual burger by mistake. And yeah, it was a little funny because he was like euphoric about it. And it's like, oh yeah, it's because it's the bacon cheeseburger. So they try, and they try not to argue. They're having this like I am frustrated with you when you say things like that. Like, really trying to not argue, really trying to not drive the car around, really trying to not do everything. Doesn't really work out. They tried to check into a different motel than what they saw. Turns out it is that motel. It's just that the actual name isn't red. It's just that the hotel name, the light kind of flickers out and then it says red. Like the motel's name is red because of that. They try desperately to fix this. And they have an argument in the end. And Dean almost leaves Sam there. Like, Sam refuses to leave. Dean tries to convince him and he's like, no. So Dean chooses to stay, which warmed my heart a little bit because, like, I know he really didn't want to do that. He tries his best. In the midst of all of this, Dean gets really frustrated and angry at the author because he wants answer. He's like, you should know more than this. Like, why are you seeing all of this? Like, there's something you aren't telling me. And he's like almost on his way to like freaking beat him up, or like, well, at least threaten him. Like, he threatens him with a gun, or mentioning of a gun. And in the midst of all of that, guess who shows up? None other than Cassiel. Yep. I should have figured that has something to do with him, and we get an explanation. Turns out he's not just a random psychic focusing on their lives writing, as they mention in the show, shitty books. No, he's a prophet. Yeah. I do have to say, I did not see that coming. Prophet is not something that popped up into my head as a freaking possibility, but he's a prophet. Yes. And that really changes things. So he's like extremely well protected. You cannot take any harm to him, and whatever he dreams of is what will be happening. And eventually, all that he is writing is going to become like a new part of the Bible, like the Winchester Gospel or something. Yeah, I think that's what they said, which is pretty freaking wild to imagine, and I don't think Dean is able to imagine it. I don't think the author is able to imagine it, because he doesn't know he's a prophet until this very moment. And it doesn't matter what they do, because what he writes and what he does will happen, and it is holy, and you cannot go against that. But since Sam wants to stay and like refuses to go, Dean is like outside in the parking lot. He's like praying, like what? He's getting so desperate that he is praying. That tells you a lot. And Cass actually does show up. I was joking in that one, and I'm a little bit scared that people didn't understand. I was joking about him praying about the drink, but like I knew he wasn't actually praying about the drink, but anyway, now you know. I feel like when I edited it, I was like, oh, that my thoughts did not really come across here, but anyway, he was praying for help, not for the drink. I know. And Cass shows up and he's like, you're praying, that's such a good thing. He's like impressed with him. And Castiel is like, I really can't help you here. Like, it's a prophet. I cannot go against the prophet. They have this back and forth. And you can just see Dean is like, well, you always ask me to help. I've never refused you. I've done everything you've told me, even unspeakable things at this point. If you come knocking again, if you don't help me this moment and you come knocking again, I will not help you. And you can see both because of that, like, threat, but also, like, you can see Cass is, like, warming up more and more and more, especially to Dean, but for the boys, but especially for Dean. You can see that he's like, I don't know what to do, and, like, Dean is on his way to walk out of there, and then he's like, Dean, stop. And so he tells him the reason why he cannot help you. It's like, it's important you understand this. Like, this is why I cannot help you. Because what if we put a prophet in the danger, like in harm's way? You know, that would be really bad, because all prophets and important people are protected by like archangels. So like, if we were to put him in like a room with a freaking demon, an archangel will have to appear, and that wouldn't be good. So obviously I cannot help you. It's like wink wink, nudge nudge. And Dean is like, thank you Cass. So he goes and basically kidnaps the author, throws him into the room. And the author is kind of the savior of the day. Before that, Sam does have a conversation with Lilith, because obviously she does show up. She is in like an adult form, and it's really hard to actually notice that it's Lilith, because the way she behaves is very different from what we've seen before. But you can see that she's terrified. She's offering him a deal. Your life and Dean's life for the apocalypse. So the apocalypse won't happen, we will not set Lucifer free if you die. And the reason she's doing this is because she has learned that she's not going to make it through the apocalypse. We don't know how she's learned this. We don't know how she's not meant to survive, if that means that like Sam's going to go after her or whatever it means. But Sam is like obviously not jumping on the deal, but I don't know. It's a little unclear whether he considers the deal or not, because it is their life for the life of everyone else basically, which I don't want, but in a sense could be considered a good deal. He is about to like seal it, which is why they go onto the bed and all of that, because you can't just seal it with a kiss. Like Lilith is stronger than that. She needs more than that. And he basically tries to like attack her with a knife, and they have all of this, and that's when the Prophet and Dean comes in. So they never do anything, the deal is never sealed, but they will not be able to do this deal again. I'm pretty sure of that. So Dean threatens Lilith, Lilith yeets herself out of there, and they're all saved, I suppose, in a sense, apart from the apocalypse still not being saved. It's pretty wild. It was a pretty wild episode. It had some really funny moments. It was funny seeing how they talked about like the fandom of Supernatural and the fans, and overall I really liked it. I really did. I probably missed a few details, but that episode took me by surprise on so many levels, and it went from the silly goofy guys in a bookshop LARPing to we have a freaking prophet and Lilith is about to make a deal and Dean is bloody praying. A lot happened in that one, and it was so good. We are on episode 19, so we're getting towards the end. I'm thinking this might be an in-betweener unless they have a really long ending, but you never know with this show. So without further ado, let's get into the video. I was gonna say, why does this hallway look familiar? But it's probably just my mind playing tricks on me. Like, why would I recognize a freaking hallway? Oh my fucking lord. Oh, it was a long time ago this show got me that good. Oh, my heart is beating so fast. Oh, I should have known. Oh, it was too calm. It was too calm. Oh, my heart just like beating out of my chest. It's not even dark outside, like it's daylight. Why am I so jumpy? Oh no. Oh no, I feel like something's gonna be under the bed. Oh no, 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 why do I have to be right? Please, no. Oh, I just want her to pull up her feet. Like, it makes me want to pull up my feet now. I just want to sit with my feet up. Wait. But that was not their mum. Wait, was that their mum? No, it didn't look jump to shock. Wait, but that was definitely their dad, right? I'm so confused. Huh? Oh my god.
Hey, how'd you sleep?
Sleeping in the car cannot be comfortable.
Sorry, let's do breakfast.
That's how I feel every morning I
We're
wake
2
up.
hours from anything.
But I'm hungry now.
There's probably still a sandwich in the back seat.
Oh, not good. Oh, I was like, oh, did it like turn bad or something? Which phone is the one ringing?
Isn't that Dad's phone?
He's having a rough morning. It is their dad's phone, okay.
Is this John?
He can't come to the phone. Can I help you?
No. I need to talk to John.
John died more than 2 years ago.
I'm confused too. You're joking, right? Did he just say that he was John's son? Ooh. No, there's no way. There's no way.
Born September 29th, 1992. Kate Milligan. No father listed on the birth certificate.
Kate Milligan. So that was the mum we saw.
Dean, you listening?
This is a trap.
It could be a trap, but I feel like it's not set by this dude if there is a trap. So he has another son. His mum did definitely have a picture of the dad though. I did see that. Is he gonna like try to interrogate this dude? Oh, the poor guy.
Great, so he's an actual person on the planet Earth.
Yes.
Welcome to Cousin Oliver's.
Thanks.
Can
We're
I?
actually
point,
waiting on
but-
somebody.
You don't have to be so rude to her. Dean, I understand that this is a shock, but...
Holy water?
Yep.
He's not gonna be a demon. It's not gonna be that easy.
And what if he's not possessed?
I suppose
Then
it
he is a
doesn't
shapeshifter.
taste different if you drink holy water and you're not a demon, right?
Look, either way, this thing is gonna bleed. I mean, using dad as bait. That's the last mistake of its short, pitiful life.
No, I understand his way of thinking. That is really, really, really rude and horrible, but I feel like that's not gonna be it.
Entry in Dad's journal from January of 1990, saying he's headed to Minnesota to check out a case. That's roughly, about 9 months before the kid was born.
Coincidence.
Yeah,
Pages in the journal torn out.
that is suspicious.
Are you?
Look, man, I don't want to believe it either. I'm just saying it's possible. I mean,
You
Dad
never
would be gone
know.
for weeks at a
Imagine they
time.
have
He
one,
wasn't
though.
exactly a monk.
It wasn't exactly a monk.
The monster saves the girl. Sometimes the girl's grateful.
Well, now I'm thinking about dad's sex. Stop talking.
Okay, that is weird, but you know, could happen. You don't want to believe that with your, like, parents, but... I feel like I recognize this dude. I definitely recognize him from somewhere.
Sam?
Yeah, this is Dean.
Hey,
Oh, this is awkward as heck.
how'd you know my dad?
Oh, we work together.
You're not gonna tell him the truth until you really know it's the truth, huh?
How did he die?
On the job.
He's a mechanic, right?
A car fell on him.
That's so brutal.
Oh, I'll take that. I am very thirsty.
Wait, so he seems to be going through something rough. I'm assuming that's connected to his mum. Yeah, this is gonna do nothing. Probably, maybe is it gonna taste good because it's like been in his car for a long time? Like not cold. Just gonna no. I was like, is he gonna say something?
When's the last time you saw John?
I don't even know. It's a couple years.
Couple years? How long has it been?
Only family I got.
Wait.
My mom's missing.
But if you're John's kid, how come we've never heard of you?
John and me didn't really know each other, not until a few years ago anyway.
Huh?
I knew some
Okay.
stuff.
What kind of stuff?
My mom's a nurse, and Dad came into the ER pretty torn up. Hunting accident or something.
I can see them connecting that way.
On Winchester. That's about it. We're not exactly a nuclear family.
Yeah, well, who is these days?
So when did you,
Sam's like trying to be understanding and nice, and Dean is just like, I don't trust
My
you.
mom had one of his old numbers, and after I begged her, God, 24/7. John heard he had
He
a
was
son.
12. How much younger than
He dropped everything. He
them
drove
is
all
he?
night.
Wait, so did he not know until that point as well? And then he
Right.
died shortly
Please
after? Is
dig
that
in.
what's happening here? He's like, yes, please use the silver cutlery. Oh, the way he's like putting the
He was
napkin is so
somebody.
cute.
Once a year or so.
There might be something fishy about him, but I think it's gonna be unexpected in that case.
Taught me poker and pool and even bought me my first beer when I was 15. He showed me how to drive. Dad, he had this beautiful 67 Impala.
what, you're lying?
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you are. We're John Winchester's sons. That's who. We.
And now he's gonna go say that? It's like the worst way of breaking the news to him. If this is the truth, you're really not making it easy of
You
him.
have brothers?
No, you don't have brothers. Look, man, I don't know if
Oh
you're
my
a
God,
hunter, what kind of
Dean.
game you're playing here.
I have never
I
been
know
hunting
this
in my
might-
life.
Whatever. I'm out of here. Come on, Sam.
No, I think Sam's gonna stay. You gotta get to the proof. The truth, I mean.
He took you to a baseball game?
Yeah, when I turned 14.
And he never
That
thought
was
to
my
tell
first year of
them
my birthdays.
that he had another kid. Why not? Mm-hmm. He
Took you to a
could.
freaking
Like,
baseball game?
I can see it.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, this is...
Why would that
Oh,
do for
no,
your
wait.
birthday?
No, he never took them to a base. Oh, I can see why this hurts. Oh, no, my heart. I didn't even think about that. Oh.
How long has she been gone?
I was like, yeah, it's not that weird. He took him to a baseball game, and then I connected the dots.
So I come home Tuesday night, but she never showed up to work on Wednesday.
Did you call the police?
Mom
See, oh,
supervised
that
me
must be
at the
hard seeing that picture on her, though. I mean, I get it. I think it's mainly that he kept it from them.
hospital. Should have been here.
Oh, no, he's even blaming himself.
What'd the cops say?
Please.
But they searched the house. They didn't find anything. She wouldn't leave without telling anybody. It's like she just
Oh.
dropped off the face of the earth, you know?
I feel for him, but it's so conflicting because you never know how to feel in this show. At least they're helping him figure this out, but, like, I'm sure that they would have wanted John to meet someone new, and they would have probably loved to meet his brother. I think it's mainly that he kept it from them, you know? If it is the truth, you never know.
Anything else?
Oh, not really. The sheriff said there's no sign of a break-in. The cops missed something?
Maybe. They don't have my eyes.
You're a mechanic.
You're a mechanic. Well,
That's right.
I guess he could have been.
Dean, what else can you tell me about Dad?
Oh, I wonder if they're gonna tell him the truth. I mean, if he sees something, maybe they will.
You don't want to know.
That is probably for the better. Unless he is like, I don't know, like their family have a tendency to have bad luck, so I'm wondering maybe there could be something.
In 1990, there were 17 grave robberies.
That's why Dad came through here?
I'd say so.
Oh, there he is. But I feel like there's no question that he went here. It's the rest.
Those are the pages he tore out of the journal. But last month, the corpse snatching started up again. 3 bodies from the local cemetery.
He didn't kill it. It's
Oh, wait. That's wild.
So is a local bartender, a guy named Joe Barton.
And if it is the same thing, why would that happen during the same time that
Does your
he
mom know
calls
Joe
them? I know that
I don't
it's
think
because
so.
of his
Why?
mum as well, but like, it's still pretty wild, isn't it? I don't think that shouldn't be a coincidence. How did the police miss that? Okay, I'm not a cop. I don't know how to do cop work, but like those scratch marks are quite visible. Wait, it could be a shapeshifter. He's apparently not the shapeshifter because of the silver, right? Not the rock, paper, scissors to see who goes down. They usually... Oh no, that's blood. They're usually the ones in sewers, right? I mean, it could be another shapeshifter. What if the shapeshifter looks like John? Oh, that would be freaky as heck. Because I suppose they could look like someone who's dead, right? I don't remember. It was quite a while since we had a shapeshifter, but that would make sense with the sewers. I'm trying to get better at like learning and analyzing the actual supernatural beings. I feel like I need a book of supernatural beings so I can like be prepared and see the clues. I would not like to be in such a space. Especially if you don't know if you're fighting something. Oh no! Oh no! How would it? No! How are they gonna tell him that? How are they gonna tell him that his mum was like in pieces? Most likely his mum. Oh man!
My house is a crime scene. My mom's probably dead, and you two. Well, you told me to call the cops, but you got to bail before they show. So who are you really?
Yeah, I know that he's got the brain for it. He's like, that's suspicious. Why would you bail?
The cops didn't know to look for my mom, Dean, but you did. And I heard you talking earlier something about grave robbery.
Oh, he's seeing the gun as well.
Not mechanics.
I feel bad for him. If he's actually their brother, or just like a normal non-supernatural person who has nothing to do with this, I feel bad for him. He's seen...
Sammy.
He deserves to know, Dean.
Yeah.
What do you mean, hunters?
Yeah, not the normal kind. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
Oh.
basically
They-
you're saying that every movie monster, every nightmare that I've ever had, that's all real.
Godzilla's
Yeah,
just a
sorry. That's comforting. His world just crumbled up. I want him to know the truth, but I also like the
Okay,
truth is not
That's it.
easy.
What am I supposed to say?
movie. That we're liars.
That's a good point.
You're my brothers. You're telling me the truth, right?
Yeah.
And I believe you.
He probably does think it's crazy, but yeah.
You think maybe she might still be alive?
Are you gonna tell him? I can't. Please tell him. Don't give him false hope. Okay, no, he got it.
How can I help?
You can't.
This thing killed my mom. If you're hunting it, I want in.
No.
He lost his mother. Maybe we can understand what that feels like.
Why do you think Dad never told us about this kid, Sam? Huh? Why do you think he ripped out the pages? Because he was protecting him.
That is actually very likely.
He didn't want Adam to have our lives, okay? And we're
Yeah.
gonna respect his wishes.
Do I get a say in this?
No! No.
No. I think that might be a point.
Going out!
Babysit the kid. How old is he even? He's definitely not under like 15. He's got to be like
Welcome to
almost
the family.
18 at least, right? Welcome. This is what our lives look like. I think that might have been a reason. It's either that he ripped out the pages for that reason or for something fishier, but that would have been stupid because that made this worse. It's so... I know I shouldn't be surprised
I know
that...
what it's like to want revenge.
Oh, no, I don't like this. Sam, you're making me nervous. Like, this would... Back in, like, season 1, 2, Sam would not have done that. He would have been like, no, you shouldn't know. And now he's out here like, I know how revenge works. Like, I'm gonna show you the... Like, it's weird. He's changed so much. Right? Is he just selling the... Is he selling his graveyard to him? I suppose it is something you do need to think of at some point. I guess it's not the perfect time to sell your graveyard considering it's been robbed. It's like, do you want to spend eternity here and your body might be robbed?
Embalming fluid. Whoever committed this crime didn't just take the corpses. They opened them up.
Oh... This reminds me of that dude that wanted to live forever and took body parts, although they were very much alive. So I guess it's not him, but it reminds me of that.
First beer's on the house for cops. Feds too.
Am I that obvious?
I know all the local badges. And you've got that law and order vibe.
I don't know if that's a compliment, but it does mean that the facade is working.
Of Joe Barton.
Oh, did she know
A
him?
little. I'm his wife, Lisa.
A little? It's his wife? He probably knew that, but I...
Can you tell me about his disappearance?
He stayed late Friday before last to do inventory. Never came home.
And the police?
Nothing. I was scared they stopped looking, but now you're here.
Yeah. Yeah, they may or may not have stopped looking.
Joe's a cop.
Deputy for a little while. That was a long time ago.
He didn't happen to work the grave robbery case back in '90.
He did.
Oh,
He got an award for that.
was the mum also somehow involved with that because of John potentially, or like
tell you how he did it?
around?
Most of the time, he'd say good solid police work. But after a few beers, he'd admit he had a little help.
A little help from a specialist. I wonder who that could be, huh?
Cops ever find the guy that stole the bodies?
No. But when I asked Joe about it, he'd say not to worry, that we took care of what done it.
That is an odd thing to say, but it does make sense when you know what we know.
Sam.
What an weird way to bond. I'm so conflicted. I don't know if I can trust him or not.
Got revenge.
I keep going back and forth.
So it's over for you.
The revenge part?
It's never over.
Yeah. Oh, that's not a good sign. Oh, please say you can protect him. Yeah, this is a really, really bad sign. Oh, I don't know how to feel about it. What if it's him? I want to trust that it's just a normal guy, but what if it's not? Oh, I'm still... I don't think I've ever felt so conflicted about the character, going back and forth in between I feel bad for him, I trust him, and then what if it's not true? He just shot at it with a shotgun before knowing what it was even.
Over here.
Oh, I'd be so trying to unlock the car like... Oh, okay, best timing in the world of Dean arriving. So now we know monsters under your bed are real as well. Amazing. Nice job. Flippin' heck. I don't know if we've seen this before. It doesn't check out with something apart from the sewer part. Oh, that's freaky. Such bad luck that they actually parked a car right over the sewers. What? But not from Sam? So from who or what?
Did you see anything?
Oh, he might have gotten it, shot it, of course.
What is this thing?
Should we go after it?
They don't even know what it is.
I don't know what it is, but we do know who it's going after.
Yeah,
Joe Barton, Adam's mom.
And Adam.
probably.
He's under his truck just waiting for him.
Wants revenge.
A revenge for what John did then, I'm assuming. And why is it back now? I feel like that should be important too, right? There's gotta be a reason why now and not before. Because it's been quite many years since all of that went down.
We shouldn't leave.
Yeah, but stay here where the kid's mom got ganked. Good one.
Oh, did he hurt his legs.
And drop him off at Bobby's, and then you and me are gonna come back here and finish what Dad started.
Honestly, that would probably be a good idea, but hard.
We do have what this thing wants.
You want to use the kid as bait? That's why you want to stay here?
Maybe this thing will come back.
Wait.
We could train Adam.
Did you just... You can't train him with a within a couple of hours.
Even if we do kill this thing, there are tons of other kids that
Sam!
want revenge. On Dad, on us. What if they find the kid instead? He's not ready.
No, I'm with Dean here. Let's drop it. No.
Whatever it takes, I'll do it. I want to do it.
No. Even if you're not siblings, you can't just sacrifice the kid. You can't teach him how to be a hunter within hours as he's getting hunted. And if you want to do that, Bobby can teach him. Oh man, this is not a good idea. Why is he like this? Sam is so stuck with the revenge, and like, I'm not saying I don't... Get it? Okay.
Oh, man, you're natural.
That's suspicious to me that he's that good at shooting if he's never had anything to do with it. I don't know.
Lit on fire.
With a homemade flamethrower?
Yeah, they're easy to build.
Oh, no. They're like bonding over this and it's like freaking me out.
God, you got mad.
I don't know what to feel
Being a
about
hunter
this.
isn't a job, Adam. It's life. Pre-med. You got a girlfriend, friends?
Yeah,
Anymore,
that's...
you don't.
Yeah, if you become a hunter, like, you literally have nothing.
You can't have those kinds of connections. Ever. They're weaknesses. You'll just put those people in danger, get them killed.
He's got a point here, but... I don't...
There's only one thing you can count on. Family.
Hunting is life. You can't have connection. Dad gave you that exact
That's probably
same
how he
speech, remember?
feels,
It was just
and
before you
yeah.
ditched us for Stanford. You hated Dad for saying that.
Turns out Dad was right.
Since when?
Since
He's got a
always.
point.
Dean, when I look at Adam, you know what I see?
A normal kid.
No. Meat.
How are they having such different views of this?
But now I think I understand. So we didn't have a dog and a white picket
Yeah.
fence. So what? Dad did right by us. He taught us how to protect ourselves. Adam deserves the same.
Listen to yourself, man.
I'm freaking out by this speech.
I think it's too late for us.
Yes.
This is our life. This is who we are, okay? And it's fine.
And so has Sam.
He's still got a chance, man. He can go to school. He could be a doctor.
What makes Adam
Yeah.
so special?
What, are you jealous of the kid?
Are you?
No, I think Sam. I think you're jealous. I think you're more jealous. Maybe Dean feels a bit offended or like sad about the whole thing of not knowing, but and like that their dad did this, but
The dad Adam knew, he wasn't real. The things out there in the shadows, they are real. The world is coming to an end. That's real.
that it might be, but he doesn't need to know.
Dad didn't have a choice with us, okay? But with Adam, he did.
Yeah, I think he might have taken that
He's a
choice.
Winchester. He's already cursed.
No, where's Adam? I'm gonna find it.
Yeah, I think he deserves to have a shot at like a normal life because part of Dean and Sam knows how much they're sacrificing. Why would they want that for their potential brother? And I don't understand, like, I feel like Sam out of everyone should understand because he got a shot and yes, it didn't work out. It didn't end up that way, but like he got that shot and I don't know, I'm surprised that Sam is not understanding this at all. And he's so angry all the time. Why wouldn't he want the same thing for this kid, whoever this kid is? Why would he want him to be a hunter? Sam's changed so much over the seasons. I love Sam, but like these things makes me both scared and frustrated. Oh, a way up and down. Are you gonna... Oh my god, Dean, don't go down there yourself, though. I'm just waiting for the next jump scare now. You're really gonna go in there by yourself? I think if he's really their brother, he does deserve to know the truth. I don't want him to live in a life of lies, especially when stuff has happened to like both his parents, and his brothers are gonna be all wonky and hard to understand if you don't know the truth. But I think I'm more with Dean here. It would have been better to let him be at Bobby's, not use him as bait first off, but also just maybe not involve him too enough. They don't even know the whole story yet, so even more so. He found the lair, definitely. Oh, no, not the... Oh, I did not see the body parts. Ah, for sure has to be some sort of lair. Oh, no, that's the glasses.
Sloppy Joe.
No, not you bring up a sloppy Joe into this. I literally just learned what it is. I will never be able to eat that. Ever. Now the question is this Sam? Is this... Wait. He's closing up the grave. The person, whoever it is.
Oh, son of a bitch.
He's basically he's stuck in the grave, in a tomb. There's not gonna be any signal. There's not gonna be that easy.
Son of a bitch.
He just burnt him alive, essentially. And they're gonna camp out here. So they're not gonna notice for quite a while. Oh, it keeps getting worse. Keeps getting worse.
All right, we've closed off every other way into the house. This thing's coming. It's coming through here.
You were saying?
No, I think it might be a shapeshifter. No. It might be a shapeshifter. No, don't do it.
I got away.
No. There's no way.
Sam, what the hell?
What if it is? I mean, I'm just like, truly, like, it's wishful thinking. Like, if it is, like, I would be so surprised, but... Yeah. Oh no. Oh, that's the mom, isn't it?
Get away from him.
So it definitely isn't her, which I didn't think, but... No, there's no way.
Blood in the bed.
Adam,
Shoot it.
he's crazy.
Did he just take his gun?
Shoot it. It's not human.
It's not even a real gun, it's a shotgun, right?
I know.
I freaking knew there was something wrong. I knew it. Fudging heck. I mean, there might have been truth to this, but I fudging knew there was something off. Oh, I just desperately wanted to believe it, but now I really wish it is false in every single way, because I don't want them to find out that their brother is dead. Oh, this is so bad. Oh, I was just waiting for it. I was like, I feel like he's just gonna not. What did that... Wait, what he saw on the ceiling, what did that mean? He was too good at shooting. I feel like that was... That and the way he took everything so well. Like, fine, even if he understands, but you know.
Tests worked. You're not shapeshifters.
Oh,
You're
then ghouls?
I find that term
What?
racist.
What exactly is a ghoul is the question. Oh! Ah! No.
I should have known. It was the fresh kills that threw me. Ghouls don't usually go after the living.
Yeah.
Scavengers, feeding
Okay.
off the dead, taking the form of the last corpse you choked down.
And their
Oh.
thoughts. And their memories.
So there might have been some truth
We
to
are what we
this.
eat.
Monster.
We are what we... Ah! Ouch. I'm so stressed. Oh, stop! Oh, that's so disgusting. Please stop. I don't want to see this.
His blood, it tastes different.
Yeah.
Father was a monster? Why? Because of what he ate? He never hurt anyone.
Because of what he ate?
He was no monster. But the thing that killed him was a monster named John Winchester.
Our father? Wait, I am too confused. Our father was no monster? And because of what he ate, the thing he killed him was? What exactly are they saying here? Oh, it was a window. Oh, I'm so stupid. I thought it was a painting. I was like, does that like angel painting tell you something? Oh, he's that's such skills. I could not do that. I wouldn't be able to lift myself up. How would I be falling down?
Daddy, my brother and I grew up on our own. At least we had each other.
Huh? Wait, thanks to your daddy, his dad killed their dad. A ghoul. I get it. I'm so dumb.
20 years, we lived like rats.
Just waiting for this?
I thought, hey, why not move up to fresher game?
We knew just where to start.
I can't. This is ugh.
First, it was John's cop friend, and then his slut, and then his son.
And I
Are
called
you
John.
telling me it is actually his
Son of a bitch was
son?
So, I guess you and Dean will have to do instead.
Dean won't interrupt us this time. We're gonna feed on you, nice and slow, like we did with Adam.
Don't say that. Are you telling me they actually had a brother they never knew? I feel like they might be telling him the truth. That's the worst. Oh, my stomach's like hurting.
When we took our first bites.
And he was a screamer.
Oh, the poor kid, no. This is like the worst way of finding it out. Imagine they would have oof. That was true. That was true. Are they gonna let him bleed to death? And they're just gonna drink it? So ghouls drink blood.
Damn. The more
That's
you
what
struggle,
I'm
the faster
learning
you're gonna
now.
bleed out.
At least here.
Feed their ghouls!
Oh my god! You didn't think that you were gonna headshot both of them, maybe? That is a deep cut. How is he even surviving this? Oh, no, wait. She was moving. No, I don't want to see her headlessly walking around. That's gonna freak me out so much. I'm like so nervous. I'm sweating right now. It's so weird. It's like beating the ghoul to death, I suppose. Whilst it's looking like his brother he didn't know he have. This show really knows how to make things screwed up. Oh no, he's like bleeding out. Please, please help him. Please help him quickly. Okay, maybe like the wounds before that, please? No, do the wounds first. Oh my god. If I... wow.
Thank you. That's what family's for, right?
I don't know, maybe there was a part of Sam that just really wanted them to have a brother. Maybe that's why he pushed this so far as well. He just wanted someone more. Someone who wasn't disappointed at him,
Sure
someone
she
who
is.
looked up to him.
Ghouls didn't fake those pictures. They didn't fake Dad's journal.
Yeah.
Adam was our brother.
So they're gonna give him the hunt.
To go out like one.
Oh no, this is making me want to cry.
Maybe we
They're
can
gonna
bring
give him a
back.
hunter's funeral.
Get a hold of Cass, calling a favor.
No, Adam's in a better place.
Yeah, I don't think Cass would agree on that. Even if Cass wants to help, I don't think he would agree on that. Oh,
You know,
they
I finally
just
get why
found
you and Dad
out.
butted heads so much.
You're so similar, that's
You two are
why.
practically the same person.
It is exactly why. That was
I mean, I
the
worship the
main
guy,
reason
you know, I
people
dressed like him.
are like that.
I acted like him. I listened to the same music. You were more like him than I will ever be.
I think that's so true.
I see that now.
Like on the outside, maybe you'd think Dean is more like him, but
Take that as a compliment.
on the inside, it's not at all. I don't know. It could be a compliment in some ways,
Take
but
it
in
what
some
you want.
probably not. I don't know if Dean necessarily meant that. I don't think it was like meant as a compliment or as something rude, more as like a statement. Bloody hell, y'all. Okay, so this episode, it's like not a main event episode, but it's also not an in-betweener. I understand now why I felt so conflicted during this one. Okay, first off, starting off with that jump scare, bloody heck, I'm still like up here, like my emotion are still like here just because of that jump scare. But then also just like, it felt like what he said, what their brother said, it made sense. It checked out with the dad's journal, with everything. And I do think partially maybe the truth is that the dad might have ripped it out because he didn't want them to get the shock of having a brother, and he didn't want them to look for him. He didn't want his other son to have the same life as the rest of the Winchester family. I think that would make sense. Like, John has been very hard on the boys, and it wouldn't surprise me because I don't think that that's actually what he wanted for them. I think maybe he didn't really have a choice with them, as they said in the episode, but he might have had a choice with Adam. So I don't know. It felt like everything he said made so much sense, and that's why there was a part of me that wanted to believe it as well. But there was like tiny things that was just like, there's something is off. It's not gonna be as easy as this is their brother. Like, it might be true, and that's what I kept feeling. Like, it felt like there was so much truth to it, but I was like, there's something that it's freaking off. And that was it. It had all of his memories and everything, so I guess it does, in a sense, make sense that it felt so real. And Sam jumped on that so fast. I know that, like, Dean was very judgy in the beginning, and I liked Sam's softer approach at the start, but then I feel like Sam was a bit too eager. and the part of revenge and everything stressed me out quite a lot. But I also think that maybe Sam really wanted this to be true. He wanted to have another brother. He wanted to have a bigger family. He wanted to have someone that maybe looked up to him a little bit, because even though Dean and Sam, obviously they love each other, they don't always see eye to eye, and they've had a really difficult while and a really difficult past in general. So it makes sense, kind of, that maybe he just wanted someone that looked up to him, who didn't judge him, who he could teach stuff. And I can understand that in a sense, and I think maybe that's why he was so quick on it. And then he's still got so much anger in him, and seeing this happening to someone else, maybe that made him more keen to do it as well. I don't know, it was I feel like, even though I understand the purpose of not telling the boys, not letting the boy, like Adam, know that his dad is a hunter and all of that stuff, like I understand it, but I do feel like usually when you hide stuff like this, like huge life-changing big things, first off, it doesn't always help. Like, he was obviously killed anyway, even though he was obviously, I'm pretty sure, trying to protect him. But I also just think that in the end, it usually just never ends up being a good thing when you hide this kind of stuff. It's usually better just go for the truth, however painful it is. I don't know how he would have been able to tell them, and I understand that would have probably been a difficult thing to do. But I also feel like if his dad would, like, if their dad would have like explained everything to the boys, they would have respected his choices. I don't know. It's tricky. Family things are tricky. Secrets are tricky. Being a hunter obviously makes everything extremely bloody tricky. So I don't know if there's any way to make this like the perfect scenario exactly. But it feels horrible that they found out they had a baby brother and then also that he's dead. It would have, I don't know, it breaks my heart. In a sense, I guess knowing him and finding him dead would have probably been worse, but they never even got the chance. And it was, I don't know, the end. Seeing them do the hunter's funeral to him. Obviously it has more than one reason, but just like Dean said, he went out as a hunter, so he deserves a hunter's funeral. There was something very beautiful about that. And I understand Sam's way of thinking, like, couldn't we ask Cass to like bring him back? But I don't know. I don't think Dean really believes that he's necessarily in a better place, but the world isn't exactly a great place now, and bringing people back from the dead has its consequences, so you never know how that would have ended up if they did. Oh god, this was so good. It was a really good episode. This is I'm gonna probably go over this so many times, and when I edit this, I'm probably gonna notice like many like small things, but I really enjoyed it. If you did as well, it would mean a lot if you gave this video a thumbs up. Of course, comment down below your thoughts, your feelings and emotions when you watched this the first time, when you watched this the 27th time, when you watched it with me. I would love to know, or any cool facts, or maybe you just want to go and say hi. I would love that too. And make sure to subscribe for upcoming videos. I really appreciate y'all being here, and I hope you'll have an amazing rest of your day, night, morning, midnight snack, breakfast, whichever time it is for you when you're watching this, and I'll see you very soon. Bye!